Yo, what's up, NHL fans out there around the world? Hey, the World Cup has been an awesome show. There's no better show on earth than the National Hockey League and the World Cup of Soccer, World Cup of Football. The games have been outstanding. I watched a USA-Portugal game just recently, and it was an outstanding game. Portugal fought their way back. They were down 2-1 to USA. USA had it written right up down the middle. They had it won. There's no doubt they should have won the game. But in the end, they lost the game. So now let's get down to the topic of the day. The NHL draft's coming up this weekend, folks. This weekend coming up, it's going to be a big draft for good young players across North America and around the world. This is their chance to get into the National Hockey League. I believe they came out with the schedule for next season. There's going to be some interesting games next season in October. And, teams will get better. I look at San Jose. I think they're going to continue to get better, even though there's some rumors and there's some talk that Marlowe and Thornton could be moved at the draft. Never mind during this offseason. So we'll have to see what happens. Don't forget, they've already got rid of Dan Boyle. Dan Boyle was a major piece San Jose got rid of already. And when I've been checking out some stuff, and I've been hearing that San Jose are looking for a puck-moving defenseman, and it wouldn't be surprised to me that they trade for one. I wouldn't be surprised if Vancouver Canucks and the San Jose Sharks pull off a move where Alex Edler or Kevin Bieksa ends up going to San Jose for a couple of their good young players that they have on their team. I've been hearing some talk that Jason Spezza could be on the move this week, and the latest from TSN is that there's talk he doesn't want to play in Canada. Why? But hey, don't rule out the Toronto Maple Leafs. I heard a late rumor last week that Toronto Maple Leafs are interested in Jason Spezza, but they know the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Ottawa Senators will never make a deal with one another. And the Montreal Canadiens and the Toronto Maple Leafs will not make a move with one another. That's just the way it is. Sometimes you make deals that help you out. And then sometimes you make deals that don't help you out at all. So in the end, you need to make deals that are going to help you in the long term. You need to get good prospects, of course. You need to get a good coach. You need to get this and that. Of course, there has been some big-time hirings in the coaching. Gerard Gallant, the former Columbus Blue Jacket head coach, is now the Florida Panther head coach. He was an assistant under Montreal, under Michel Therrien. And Willie Desjardins, the former Texas Star coach, now is the new Vancouver Canucks head coach. I think with Willie Desjardins, he's going to bring something new to Vancouver. I really wish Vancouver would have brought in Dan Bilesma. Same thing with Florida. Bilesma is one of those type of coaches, is a winner. He knows how to win. He knows how to get players motivated. He knows how to, keep you on the edge of your seat. He plays that entertaining hockey that the Vancouver Canuck fans love to see. That's what he did in Pittsburgh. So I'm really shocked that Willie Desjardins is the head coach. I would have loved to see Coach Crawford or even, Dan Bilesma have been the Vancouver Canucks choice for head coach. But we'll see what happens. Jim Benning's a new guy. Trevor Linden guy. These are all Trevor Linden guys. So we'll see what happens. I don't know if it's going to work out, but we'll see. There's been rumblings that Ryan Kessler could be moved. The latest rumor I'm getting from the Hockey Buzz is a move that would send Nazem Kadri and James Reimer to Vancouver for Ryan Kessler and a prospect. It's just a rumor. Would Kessler waive his no-trade clause to go to Toronto? You never know. If it's a better opportunity, I think you have a better chance to win a Stanley Cup with the Toronto Maple Leafs. He'd be one of their best players. He's only making, $5 million? You put him between James Van Riemsdyk and Philip Kessel, or even put him on the second line. Ryan Kessler is a guy that scored 40 goals in this league, even though he's had so many injuries throughout his career, actually. And injuries happen to the best of us. We just got to remember, this game is harder than most people would think. And you just can't go wrong with it. The NHL is a tough sport at the best of times. And when you're not working out, you got to get a change of scenery. And when it comes to it, you have to make it happen. And for Kessler, I think a change of scenery will be perfect. It's too bad Brad Richards got bought out. I think he had an amazing playoffs. Even though in the Stanley Cup final he looked like he was out of gas, but he tried his best. He played great with his old teammate in Martin St. Louis. They really gave it everything they had. I felt my Rangers, they came so close, but they just couldn't bite the apple. The LA Kings are just a proof, when you never give up and you never give in. They've won 2 cups in the last 4 years. And then Jonathan Quick just proved that he's the man. Jeff Carter stepped his game up. He really played amazing. And Marian Gaborik, what can you say about this guy? 14 goals in the playoffs. He finally found that centerman. He's always coveted. And Ansi Kopitar makes Marian Gaborik score goals. And there's no doubt Marian Gaborik, being a guy that had tons of problems coming to the National Hockey League in 2000, he's really lived up to the hype. Now he's won the cup. What can the Kings do now? They're going to have to let quite a few players go in this offseason. I've been hearing that Willie Mitchell, Matt Green, and even Mike Richards could be bought out or traded. But the latest talk is that Lombardi doesn't want to buy out or trade Mike Richards. But I won't be surprised if the Carolina Hurricanes make a move to acquire Richards. Richards is a good player. And he's like a Ron Francis type player. That's the type of character type player that they need on that team. And they could absorb his contract. But we'll see what happens there. You never know. The NHL is full of mystery, full of intrigue. You're always wanting to get the most out of your team. And that's what it's all about. You never know. I'm hearing rumors of Nashville Predators of interest in Jason Spezza. They're not on his no-trade list, but you never know. I think they're on his no-trade list. He has about 10 teams he doesn't want to get traded to. But don't be surprised if the Nashville Predators give the Ottawa Senators something they can't refuse, and Spezza agrees to the deal. Because he'll be helping out his old team, and in a way, Spezza will be helping himself out because he'll get a big, fat contract extension from the Predators, who have tons of cap room and tons of good prospects that the Ottawa Senators could use. The St. Louis Blues are very interested in Jason Spezza. Over the last few weeks, I've been checking out some reports from the St. Louis, I think it's the Dispatch or whatever, Jeremy Rutherford of that, who's been talking about Jason Spezza probably coming to St. Louis. There's talk that they don't want to spend too much money in the offseason, but we'll see what happens. You never know. St. Louis did good last year. They were the best team in hockey this past season. They were the best team. Between them and, the Chicago Blackhawks and, even Pittsburgh Penguins, they were the best teams in the National Hockey League. And they just didn't do it in the playoffs. Ryan Miller wasn't enough. And they're not bringing back Ryan Miller now, so they're going to go with, Brian Elliott and their young goalie Jake Allen from the minors. So, you look at this team, there's talk they will re-sign Steve Ott. There's a 52.6% chance they'll probably do that around July 1st or in the next few days here. So, we're going to see a few more buyouts, compliance buyouts. We have had 2 so far, in Brad Richards getting bought out, and Aaron Rome of the Dallas Stars got bought out. So there won't be too many more. David Booth of the Vancouver Canucks got bought out last week, and I don't think we're going to see too many more buyouts. I just think that these teams are looking at the draft to get the best players available. Aaron Ekblad. Ekblad is supposed to be a good prospect, probably the best defensive men in this draft. Sam Reinhart's another kid that's supposed to be very, very good. I think these guys are going to be great players for the National Hockey League. Whoever gets these players are going to be good. That's why you might see a lot of wheeling and dealing in this NHL 2014 draft. I can't wait for the draft, folks. I hope to do a preview for it and get you some more trades that actually go down. Watch for Pittsburgh and Philadelphia. I hear that they're probably going to do something. Vancouver Canucks, I'm hearing that they are going to be very active come draft, and even after the draft, they're looking at maybe signing somebody. I wouldn't be surprised if they take a run at Brad Richards. There is talk he would mind going back to the Tampa Bay Lightning, and there's the Toronto Maple Leafs are always interested in Brad Richards, and there's even the Montreal Canadiens that are always looking for a creative playmaking center like a Brad Richards. There is Vincent LeCavalier rumors been cooking around. The Philadelphia Flyers have made him available, just like your Ryan Kesslers, your Patrick Marleaus, and Joe Thorntons. I had one rumor that had Joe Thornton probably going to Anaheim for a package of their best prospects. Kyle Palmieri. I just don't think they'll give up Smith Pele, but they'll give up probably another one of their top prospects that they got in the Ottawa deal that sent Bobby Ryan to Ottawa. So that's the thing about Ottawa. They want to get a number one pick and a top prospect and a player that can help them now. So I still think St. Louis will get Spezza. Watch for that to probably happen this week, folks. Thanks for watching, folks. I want to say congratulations to the Los Angeles Kings and the entire organization, the New York Rangers, and every team in the National Hockey League. This playoffs was awesome. I watched a lot of it. I'm sorry I never got to do too many of these vids over the playoffs, but I got to admit, the playoffs was awesome. The NHL is back, folks. And now in Canada, with a new deal with Rogers Sportsnet, it's going to be pretty cool, man. They're going to show a lot of hockey for the fans across Canada and around North America. So get ready, folks. The NHL is getting better and better, and the fans around the world just keep enjoying the show. The show is getting going. The NHL draft this Friday coming up in beautiful Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Hey, home of Eklund, Hockey Buzz. Those guys do those Hockey Buzzcasts. You see them on YouTube, and it's pretty cool, man. Those guys know what they're talking about. Josh Rimmer and all the boys. These guys, they know what they're talking about. And Kevin Allen, congratulations to him getting to the Hall of Fame. So, as a brought in the writers. So, hey, that's what it's all about. Internet, that's what it's all about, folks. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the future. Peace.